Hello everybody, it's Anne here. Leading up to my operation's now 3 days time. So getting quite nervous. So I thought this would be a good time to speak to you about mindfulness. So a few months ago I took part in a mindfulness research study as a guinea pig. Their hope is to offer it through NHS to any patients who would like to try mindfulness. And you can say no, and then you can maybe try it again at another time. What they've done is they've incorporated lots of different things. I think there was about 8 different things that we tried. There's different meditations, there was a bit of yoga, there was, I think it was Qigong, which I think it's a bit like Tai Chi, kind of mindful movement type. I can't really remember some of the movements. I liked them. There was one that was kind of like pushing a wall, and there was one which was a bit like catching the moon, and I'm pretty sure I'm not doing it right, and obviously I'm sitting rather than standing, but if you wanted to look these up online I'm sure you'd find them yourself or get a DVD or something. It just reminded me a little bit of dancing. I quite liked it, but I don't know. I suppose it's just gentle movements. The other thing we did was keep a positive diary for a week and a negative diary for a week, and also if you have a negative experience, to keep it in your head and notice how your body reacts. So one of the ones we did was imagine that you're walking down a street and you see somebody you know and you're like hiya, and they just walk right past you, and kind of what goes on through your head, maybe they didn't see me, maybe they've got earphones in, maybe they're just in a rush, maybe they ignored me, maybe they don't like me, and this kind of jumping to conclusions things, and how your body reacts to that. Maybe you kind of like tense up your shoulders or your tummy gets all knotted, and when you notice a negative experience and when you notice your body doing this, to kind of go, right, I'm going to end up in pain here because I'm contorting my body or putting extra kind of tense, I don't know, tenseness into it. So that was mindfulness, and I found that very useful. We got given little booklets, like home practice to do, as you can see. So I highlighted all the stuff that I found useful, and they would give you homework. So this was a body scan. We did that, which I found quite useful, where you would lie on the ground, I think it was about 10 minutes. You would concentrate on different parts, so on your breathing and on your feet, and then working your way up through your body all the way until you got to the head. It's also a very similar exercise as to what they do in Alexander Technique and yoga. So it's just this concentrating on different body parts. And that was week 1. And then we did different things each week. And one of the other ones, I think by the time we got to about week 3, was the 3-minute breathing space, which was very useful because it was just something you could do once you'd kind of memorised the CD. It was something you could do anywhere, just, you know, if you're stuck in the car in traffic and you're beginning to get a bit, I've got to get here and it's really busy and I'm stuck, and just to kind of, this is where I am, this is what my body's doing, just breathe, a bit like that kind of keep calm and carry on thing. So yeah, I found it very useful. We followed a CD for some of the exercises, which was, I think, William Hooker. And he was very good, and I also kept a journal while we were doing it, just different things. One of the mindful exercises, the very first one we did, was things like if you're in the shower or if you're brushing your teeth or if you're walking down the road, how quite often your mind is ticking over, thinking about other things like what you're going to do once you get to work, or what you're going to buy when you get to the shop. And mindfulness was very much about being in the moment. If you're in the shower, you're concentrating on your whole movements, all the feelings in your body, and you're not thinking, I'm in the shower but I've got to get da 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 da, and you're not kind of like 10 steps ahead and away down the road and at work already. You're physically where you are. So that was very useful, and it's quite tricky to do at first and to pull your mind back because it does wander a lot. And the other thing I found is it slows stuff down. So quite often I'd get in the shower and then I'd go to come out and I'd go, oh, have I washed my hair? Did I shampoo it? Did I rinse it? I don't remember. And you do it again. Or I do anyway. But with this I found, because you were concentrating on what you were doing all the time, you thought, oh, actually, I feel as though this is slowed time down and therefore is faster. It's a bit odd. Because I notice it with my toothbrush all the time. I have a toothbrush that is electric and it buzzes after 2 minutes. And quite often I'll be brushing my teeth and it'll buzz and I'll go, oh, right, I'm finished. And I haven't really paid attention to brushing my teeth at all, whereas with this, that 2 minutes felt like forever. So yes, if you want some extra time, mindfulness is what to do. And because I'm panicking about this operation, I am trying really hard to be mindful at the moment and to just breathe. And at the weekend there we were playing at a big festival, and literally before we went on stage, some of the other band members were a bit, oh, and I just remember thinking, just, what is my body doing? Just breathe. And I found it so helpful. I walked onto stage not nervous at all. I don't know how that happened. But yeah, it's definitely worth a go, and I think it's something that you wouldn't have to try and find a research programme. I got some of it, I don't remember if I showed you this. Some of the different kind of yoga positions and different things to do. But yeah, we got lots of books. And you can join groups, or you can get a book on it, or a CD or a DVD, or I'm sure you could find out information online. Yes, mindfulness, very good. And I downloaded the CD to my phone so that I could use it if there was any instances, rather than be like, oh, I'm without my CD. I can just kind of press play on my phone and chill out for a minute. I found it very useful, and the idea with having so many different wee bits into the mindfulness, all these 8 different things, was that everybody would take something out of it. So it was very useful for me. So anyone who wants to give it a go, mindfulness.